Hey, good afternoon, Monica. This is Todd Silver with Peace River Ford and Go RV and Marine in Peace River. I've worked with Kelly Whalen here. I've got your 2016 Escape Titanium all ready to go here. I just wanted to do a quick video. I'm basically going through and doing like a delivery like I would if you were here at the dealership. Basically just showing you some of the options here and all that kind of stuff. So just take a look, let me know what you think. If you have any other questions, by all means, I'm available at any time. Thank you very much for your business, and we'll talk to you soon. Cheers. So the very first thing I want to show you is basically your key. You've got a proximity key. There is no actual hard key that goes into the ignition. There is a hard key at the back. You can actually take off this little portion here, and there will be a hard key in the event your battery ever dies and you need to actually physically get into the vehicle. But all proximity key has remote start here as well. For your remote start, you just hit your lock button, and then this little button right at the top, 2X, hit that twice, and your car starts up. You can actually set it for 5, 10, or 15 minutes, and you can do that right in the center stack there as well, so you change that however you like, and I'll show you that center stack there. With the remote start as well, if you accidentally set it and you've got it running, you want to turn it off, hit that 2X one more time, and she fires right off there for you as well. As well, on the back of this, you've also got a power lift gate. So you actually have, you can just hit this little button right on the bottom of the key here, hit that, and your power lift gate is going to pop up there for you. Again, as well, like if it actually hits anything, right? So if it hits a wall or anything like that, it's going to come to a complete stop there for you. Keeps it safe. It's not going to damage the paint or any of that kind of stuff. With the proximity as well, it's actually set up so you can actually keep your key in your purse or your pocket. You never really need to fiddle with your keys at all. Basically, as long as the key is within half a foot of the door, you actually, there's a little sensor down at the bottom here. If you grab that or just touch it, it'll actually unlock the doors. And then as well, you can also leave it running. And you know, if the key is in the vehicle or whatever and you're stepping out, there is just this little tiny plastic button down at the bottom here. And if you click and you hold that, and it actually is just a touch sensor there, it'll actually lock all the doors for you so you can get up, you can walk away, grab your groceries, whatever it is. I use this feature a ton. When I've got my dogs in the car, I always leave air conditioning on, so it's just one of those things. I absolutely love it. You can always just throw your key right in your purse. You never have to go fiddling for it or figure it out or try to find it or anything like that. So in the interior here, going just into the door, this is basically all of your controls in here. You've got your lock and your unlock right here, and then the buttons 1, 2, and 3 are actually for your seat settings. So in order to set those, once you've got your seat set to wherever you need it to be, just basically click and hold. You'll hear an audible tone in the vehicle, and then you'll know that it's set right from there. And then down underneath here as well, you've also got all of your controls for your window. These controls right here will be for your mirrors, and then your windows up and down, and then this is actually a window lock right down at the bottom. So looking at the interior here, Monica, right down at the very bottom on your driver's side here, you've got full power seats. This button right here will go back and forth and also up and down. Now when it goes up, the seat will actually move up and towards the steering wheel as well. So it's going to give you a broader view. This is for your power recline in the chair there as well. And then this button right here is actually for your power lumbar adjustment. So the buttons on the inside of the dash to the left of the steering wheel when you first get in are mainly for your lights. These ones right here, or this one right here, will be for your fog lights. This one right here is for your trunk release, your power lift gate. Off to the other side here is actually for your lights for your dash, so you can brighten your dash or dim your dash however you like. And then this right here is actually your lights. So right now it's set to off. Then we've got parking lights. Then we've got regular driving lights. And then you've got an automatic feature. So if you leave it on the automatic feature, basically your headlights and your tail lights will automatically turn on and off as it gets light or dark. You'll always have daytime running lights though, so you'll never need to worry. So looking at your steering wheel, you've actually got a couple of different options here. On this side of your steering wheel is for your center stack in the middle there. So you can use this to actually toggle through, and you've got trip 1, trip 2, any information on the car, any settings there as well. And like going into things like settings, here's stuff where you can actually change your driver assist, traction control, you can turn that off. Blind spot monitoring as well. This one also has blind spot monitoring. You can turn that off. Cross traffic control, that's if you were backing out of a parking spot, like at a Walmart or something, and somebody is shooting down the lane at you, the sensors are going to be able to pick that up, and it's actually going to let you know before you pull out into the parking spot. So you can change all that sort of stuff. How your lights work as well, basically like how long your lights stay on. This one is also a rain light, so when it starts to rain, the sensors will actually pick it up in the windshield all the way along down around here, and it'll actually turn on your windshield wipers there for you as well. Going through here, I mean, there's just a lot of things that you can do, and you can really kind of customize your trip and your dash. The information in here, any kind of warnings that'll pop up if your four-wheel drive is in right now. If you've got an open door or you need to change your oil, it's going to pop up in there as well. On the other parts of the steering wheel, on the other side, is basically for your radio. So you've got your volume controls up on top, and then on either side, you've also got your seek button. So this will go through your presets on your stereo. If you click and you hold it, it'll almost be like a seek feature on your radio as well. And then when you've got a phone connected, that would be your pickup button, and this would be your hang up button as well. The button in the middle is for voice recognition. The nice thing with this particular car is your voice recognition not only will work your phone, it'll also work your navigation. It'll change your radio stations by your voice if you like, and as well it will also change your temperature if you set that by your voice as well. I'll show you the book later on in the video there, just of where to find that extra information if you're not entirely sure where exactly it is. Off this side here, all these controls are actually for your cruise control. So your cancel and resume, your set, and then this is actually your power on and off. And once you turn it on, it'll actually show you that it's been set up in the corner there as well. On either side of the steering wheel, you've got two columns here. This particular one is actually for your wipers. So basically up, down will set your wipers on the front. This little button right here, when you move that, actually controls your wiper on your back window or your back lift gate there. Around the other side of the steering wheel, you've got, this one is basically for your clicker and your high beams. So again, up, down, and then back and forward will also work your high beams there. So looking at this stereo here, Monica, you've actually got quite a bit of features in this this particular stereo. We're basically going to start from the bottom and move our way up to the top. So at the bottom right here, you've got a nice 12 volt, and then you've also got your heated seats. There are 5 settings, or 5 temperature settings for your heated seats. These are some of the best heated seats that Ford makes. They heat up really, really fast. Personally, I only ever need them on setting number 2. Number 5 will definitely cook you. Going up to the top here, you've got obviously your transmission here. So your park, reverse, neutral, drive, and then S actually means standard mode. So when you're in standard mode, you can actually hit this little button that's right up on top here, and there's a plus and a minus on the side, and that actually will go through the gears manually if you absolutely need to. Even if you're in drive, you can still use this feature. What I actually use it for the most is for whiteouts on the road. So when you've got a whiteout on the road there, you can actually go down through your gear, slow yourself down, and be able to get through. In behind the transmission here is basically all of your climate controls. So they're all basically based on, you've got all buttons and everything like that. Dual temperature controls as well on either side. So the passenger and the passenger and the driver can change their temperature. And then you've got those extra controls down there. There are a couple of extra buttons on here as well. This button and this button. This one right here is actually for your parking sensors. So you'll notice as you back up to something, it'll start to beep. You can actually turn that right off if it's something that you don't like at that particular time, or you're just trying to get into a really tight spot. And then this one here is actually for your auto parking feature. So this particular one can parallel park by itself. When you press this button, it'll actually take you through options on your touchscreen here to show you exactly what you need to do. When you are working the self-parking feature, it's basically you work the gas and the brake, and the car will actually steer itself. So the steering wheel actually moves itself. It's a really, really neat feature, something that I think that you'd actually really like. Going up into the actual stereo here, these are some of your controls. You've got your four-way, your hazard lights. This is actually a lock and an unlock button for all the doors as well if you wanted to do that. Source and sound will take you in. This will actually take you into sound settings, and your source will actually take you through your media. So AM, FM, Sirius, satellite, USB, all that kind of stuff as well. And then off in the middle here is basically, this is your volume control, which personally I really like having that nice tuner. It's a very old school tuner, very easy to use. Your seat buttons as well, just like on your steering wheel here, and then your tune buttons as well, right up there, nice and sleek, very, very nice. Whatever you want to do is on back and turn on your steering wheel. Pressing that just turns on. It's still Monica, this stereo is actually, it's the 3rd generation of our Sync stereo. Probably the fastest, the nicest stereo that I've ever dealt with. It is incredibly fast, incredibly responsive, and really, really easy to use. The interface is absolutely beautiful. It's simple and really, really nice. To take a look at this, this is actually your main screen here. It gives you 3 quadrants, so it gives you your navigation, gives you your audio, so if you've actually got audio on, it'll tell you what's playing right now. And then if you've got a device added, it'll show you what which device is connected at that time there as well. Down at the bottom of the screen, you can actually toggle through audio, climate, phone, navigation, any applications, because you can actually add new applications to this. They'll be adding more kind of as time goes on, and then extra settings as well. And there's a ton of different settings that you can use and change in here to really make this customizable and make it your own as well. If ever you needed to get to this main screen here, that home button right up there, you basically just click that and it will automatically take you back to this screen. Now let's say right from the screen I wanted to get into my navigation. I can either click down in the navigation, or I can actually just click the map. It'll automatically take me to the navigation. Again, I click home and it brings me right back. Exact same thing with audio as well. Click on my audio, brings it back here. So obviously we've got this Howard Stern on right now. Now I can actually click this down, 90s on 9. Let's say that I actually want to make this radio station, number 10, Pop 2K, as my number 1 preset. So in order to do that, I basically can just click on this. As soon as it turns to a different color, it'll make an audible tone and it'll automatically change it to my next preset. Down here as well, it also gives me a channel guide. It gives me a direct tune if I absolutely need to as well. Different presets, so I'm on the 3rd preset right now. You can see that the blue is highlighted right there. If I click on this, it'll take me to a 2nd set of presets for Sirius Satellite Radio. So realistically, you've got about 18 different presets with Sirius Satellite. You've got 18 different presets with FM radio, and you have 12 different presets with AM radio as well. Now the nice thing about Sirius, I don't know if you know, but I always like to let people know, is that Sirius actually comes with a replay and an alert feature. What the replay is from the time that you first tune to this station, it'll automatically start to record up to 45 minutes from the time that you first tuned to the station. So if I click on this right now, I've only gone back, it actually hasn't even started recording yet, but I can actually go all the way back, so I guess 38 seconds. I go all the way back if I, listen to a song and then 3 songs go by and I really wanted to listen to that song again, I can always do that. Clicking back on live will actually just bring me right back to the radio here. And then you've got an alert feature. What the alert basically is you can actually enable it to save either a song or a band. So if you really like personally, I really like AC/DC. It's one of my favorite bands. So I've got AC/DC saved as a band in this stereo. Basically, out of all 144 stations, every time AC/DC pops up on a radio station, and I'm on a different one, it will actually let me know. It'll pop up on the screen and say, hey, AC/DC is playing on this radio station. Would you like to tune to it? Really, really nice feature as well. Going through some of this extra stuff, I know I had shown you the climate controls that are down just under there, but you've also got them on your touchscreen here. So if you click on that, you've got full big buttons as well. Very, very easy to use and to change. And like I said, this also works with voice recognition as well. Going into the phone, you can go in to add the phone from here. It's very, very easy to do it. The stereo basically walks you through all the steps. And then as well, we've got that extra book that I'll show you here later on in the video that shows you how to connect the phone as well. I'm sorry I couldn't be there to help you connect the phone, but if you do need help, I can probably walk you right over the phone as well. For the navigation here, it's a standard Garmin navigation system. So if I was looking for a destination, I click on the destination, I've got a couple of different options that I can choose from. I can search the address, the city, the point of interest, like a restaurant or a hotel, or even like a police station or a hospital. Previous destinations, it'll automatically save up to the last 10 previous destinations that I have. I can set up to 10 favorites, and I can also set the home and the work setup as well. So automatically, I get into the vehicle and I'm somewhere where I don't know where I am, want to go home, click my home button and it'll automatically take me home as well. Going into the apps, like I said, we haven't quite, I guess it's going through, they're going to be adding some more apps and things like that, but that's where you'll find some stuff. and you'll be able to find this stuff online. So if you really want to kind of customize and add a couple of new apps and stuff, just like a cell phone, you can do that here. And then in the settings here, you've got tons and tons and tons of settings. Sound, clock, how your Bluetooth works, 911 assist, which is basically if you get into an accident, Bluetooth will ask if you don't want to call the police. This one also works like a cell phone, so you just swipe right across. Wi-Fi, vehicle information, valet mode as well, ambient lighting. Going into things like this, you actually have ambient lighting all through the car. So all down in here, underneath the dash there as well, and it'll give you different colors, and you can actually change your color to whatever you want. So it's almost like your mood, right? So if you wanted to make this, I'm actually going to make this purple right now, and it goes and changes to purple, and then all I need to do is go back, and I go back to there. So you can really customize. It's really nice. Clicking on the home screen takes me right back into here. All right, Monica, so obviously you've got this beautiful panoramic roof. This is one of my favorite options. I absolutely love it. When you've got it fully open and on a day like today where the sun is shining, it just makes such a wicked atmosphere in this car. Absolutely love it. And I just wanted to show you, we're just gonna go around here. Some of the extra options here. This right here is a universal garage door opener. You have to set this close to the garage door. I do have an idea of how to do it. If you have any issues, it is in the book, but again, if you have any issues, I can also help you out in setting this. And then going up into, see these controls right here. These controls, basically this will be for your sunshade, and then this will be the control for the wind, or sorry, your moonroof as well, to be able to open that up and close it and everything else. Down under here as well, click that, and you've got your sunglass holder. It's one of my favorite features of Ford. I have owned Dodge and Chevy and everything else, and I tell you honestly, I miss the sunglass holder like you wouldn't believe. I'm always sitting on my sunglasses or breaking them or losing them or having them, fall off in behind a seat or something like that as I'm driving, right? So it's a really, really nice feature for sure. So in the glove box, I've actually got your manuals here. On the back of the manuals, you've actually got a door code. So you'll notice the door code is on the outside of the vehicle there. This is a master door code, and basically it's always going to stay with the vehicle. If ever you lose this door code, you can take it to a Ford dealership. There may be a charge to get the door code. So if ever you lose that, let me know. I actually have a free way to do it, and you can actually do it yourself. It's a little Ford hack that I've learned kind of over the years. You can also add up to 9 different door codes on top of this as well. So if there's something that, like a number that is a little bit easier for you to kind of figure out or remember, you can always add that as well. You can actually do that right inside the center stack in the settings as well in that touchscreen. In the back there as well, I've also left my card. You've got my card everywhere, and I know that you've got some of my contact information there. But again, if ever you need anything, my cell phone is on this, my email is on this, the store's number is on this, the other stores that I'm at are on this as well. So it's very, very easy to get a hold of me, as long as I can pick up the phone. I'm not the only salesperson on the lot there today, all right? And then inside this book, you've actually got all those manuals, right? So if you're anything like me, I actually don't read any of the main manuals. I basically put them in my glove box and don't look at them until I trade in the car. But the one thing that I did want to show you is this quick reference guide. So in this quick reference guide, it's actually full color pictures, and it'll go through absolutely everything, how to connect your phone, how your navigation works. So if you do have any extra kind of questions or whatever, and maybe it's late at night or something like that, or you just kind of wanted to know something, this is probably going to have the answer in it. It's been my absolute savior for it, for sure. Well, Monica, by the time you get this video, the vehicle will actually be all ready to go, and Kane will actually be driving it to you. He'll be leaving around 3:30, 4 o'clock tomorrow morning. He says it's about a 10-hour drive, so I'm thinking probably 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. He should be there. He'll be able to probably go over some things if you do have questions, but realistically, if you need anything at all, I am 100% here for you for sure. Thank you so much for the business, really appreciate it. And again, if there's anything you need, please, please, please let me know. Enjoy the vehicle. This is an absolutely beautiful one. I'm sad to see the last 16 go, to be blatantly honest with you. Between you and I actually like this body style over the new one. Please don't tell anybody. Thank you so much. I hope you're having a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.